Welcome to Daily Game. Today we're going to talk about Nintendo's newest game, a new No Man's Sky update, and a Genshin Impact petition. But first, let's start off with Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, an EA game that was previously only available on mobile, is now on PC, but with a bit of a catch. It's still early access and only available via the EA app. The PC version features high resolutions, anti-aliasing support, and doubles the frame rate to 60 frames per second. And it supports cross-save and cross-progression. Mobile players just have to link their mobile account to their EA account. So check that out if you're interested. In a recent stream, Like a Dragon Studio RGG confirmed their next title will be unveiled at the Tokyo Game Show this year. So stay tuned from September 26th to the 29th if you're interested. Robot Entertainment announced the 5th entry in the Orcs Must Die series. It's called Death Trap, and it will have 4-player co-op, new heroes with unique abilities, roguelike runs, and expanded level variety, improved combat visuals, and physics. It launches early 2025 on PC and Xbox Series X. Activision released a Season 5 Call of Duty trailer which showcased the Superstore, Bait, and Yard maps alongside new cell-shaded variants, Toon Oxide, and Cell Ship. They also announced 3 new operators coming from the WWE Universe: Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, and Rey Mysterio. It all launches July 24th with a 1-week-only special mode called Slam Deathmatch starting July 31st. It's really interesting how Fortnite has pretty much pioneered this trend of leveraging other IP in order to sell skins, and fans have basically been showing these companies, don't spend a year building a skin, or rather generic skin, no matter how cool it looks. Just tie it in with an IP and I'll throw money at you. You see Call of Duty partnering with WWE, NBA, soccer stars all over the place. They have all these different collaborations. We saw it recently with Overwatch and Transformers. Those are usually the skins that sell the most. It's just interesting that not almost every single game, but I think we're going to continue seeing this happen more and more across more free-to-play games. A bunch of new info dropped yesterday for EA's upcoming FC 25. A new mode called Rush was announced, which is a 5v5 mode with 4 human players per team and 1 AI goalkeeper on a small pitch. There are also changes coming to Ultimate Team. I'll link to a VGC article if you want full details down below. EA Sports FC 25 is coming to all platforms, and EA Play members can gain 10-hour limited access to the game on September 20th, alongside Ultimate Edition pre-orders who can unlock the full game on the same date. The EA is punishing you for not having enough disposable income. Regular edition will be available September 27th. Nintendo officially unveiled the first new entry to the Famicom Detective Club series in 35 years. In Emio, the Smiling Man, players take on the role of an assistant private investigator with the Utsugi Detective Agency, where they're tasked with helping police solve this crime and pursue Emio, a killer of urban legend who is said to grant his victims a smile that will last forever. It's coming to Switch August 29th. And also on a side note, VGC's Andy Robinson posted this really cool tweet, quote, Metroid producer Sakamoto's age 64. This was the man who narrated that Emio trailer. Video today reminds me that Switch 2 will likely be the last console gen for the NES era creators. Miyamoto, who is 71, Tezuka 63, Kondo 62, Aonuma 61, Sugiyama 65, all at/near retirement age, with many others approaching 60. End of an era, which is pretty fascinating to think about, that there's just this very focused group of people in a particular company that were probably responsible for some of the most fun that a lot of us had during our childhood. And it's going to be really interesting to see what happens to Nintendo after these creators are gone from holding onto the wheel of these major franchises. I'm not trying to say that it's going to be instant cratering of the IP as soon as they leave. It's just going to be interesting in terms of, are these games continuing that trend of remaining traditional and trying new things? Are they gonna push the envelope a bit further? It'll be interesting to see what Nintendo looks like in 20 years. Via Matt Wales at Eurogamer, Sega has revealed it's taken legal action against a social media user for harassing one of its employees. They claim that they have been dealing with an individual who has, quote, made excessive slanderous and insulting comments on social media against one of our employees for a long time. After the individual failed to improve their behavior, Sega was granted access to the person's information through the court. Since then, it's reached a settlement with the individual agreeing to, quote, pay damages to our employee, delete the slanderous and insulting comments, and refrain from such actions in the future. Now, this happened, of course, in Japan. But in terms of looking at it through a U.S. lens, I do believe freedom of speech. I believe in freedom of speech, but I also do believe that doesn't give you freedom from consequences. So I kind of wish that there were more examples set of this, of people that do absolutely nothing but harass developers, harass anyone throughout a day. There should be some punishment involved with that. Via Jordan Midler at VGC, a petition to stop cultural appropriation in Genshin Impact has surpassed 70,000 signatures. Quote, we call on MiHoYo to stop cultural appropriation and whitewashing in their games and to commit to respectful and accurate representation of all cultures. The petition was set up in response to 3 new characters debuted in a recent trailer for Natlin, a new region coming to Genshin Impact that looks to be inspired by Africa. The petition has also gained steam thanks to voice actors involved in the franchise voicing their displeasure at the lack of representation. Shout out to Twitter user Timely Harmony for this thread. Amber May says, politely asking to see more accuracy in a portrayed culture is not a forced agenda. Sam Slade says, we once again find ourselves in a situation where people whose cultures are being represented poorly by the creators are being told to stop complaining or find another game to play. This is such a missed opportunity to authentically showcase a sea of colorful, diverse cultures. Now, I'm not a Genshin Impact fan, so I had to do a little bit of research myself, and out of over 80 characters that I saw listed, these two, Kea and Xinjiang, were the closest I could find to a person of color, but honestly, they just look lightly tanned. Yeah, I don't think this is asking too much in a video game that has over 80 characters, where you're introducing a map. Even if it's a fictional place, you can still see that clearly takes inspiration from Africa. This would have been a good moment to introduce just 3 characters of color out of the 80 characters that they've introduced into this video game. I really don't think that players are asking too much here. 2 quick stories about Xbox. They've enabled GeForce Now integration into their Xbox.com game pages. They also announced a custom Xbox Series X and matching controller in collaboration with Marvel and the upcoming Deadpool and Wolverine film. You can enter for a chance to win this cheeky controller by following Xbox's Twitter account and retweeting the post I linked below. And finally, No Man's Sky revealed part 1 of an upcoming free overhaul of the 8-year-old game called Worlds, which offers a complete refresh of the universe, a massive increase in the variety of flora and fauna, huge visual enhancements, and much, much more. And someone made this picture-perfect meme for this, because there's a part of it, I'll be honest, like, I'm not one to want to vehemently defend companies that do everything possible in order to profit off of their creations, but it's gotten to the point with No Man's Sky where I do feel like a little bit frustrated, where I'm like, you guys can sell this even if it's for like $5. I kind of don't understand how No Man's Sky operates. I genuinely don't. I wish there was a behind the scenes talking to the accountants at that company, because I don't understand how they make enough money to continue to pay this amazing team, which I think they still have a really lean team, maybe like 30, 40 people or something like that, to keep pumping out these updates while simultaneously working on this new game that's apparently the size of a planet, which is called, what's it called? Light No Fire, I think it's called. I just don't understand how they're able to do this. I mean, I'm not complaining, and I'm sure No Man's Sky fans aren't complaining either. I'm just very, very curious. Reviews for Flintlock Siege Dawn released yesterday. 70 on Metacritic for the PC version, with PC gamers saying a serviceable slice of Souls-like fantasy that doesn't do enough to stand out from an overcrowded genre. We also got reviews for Nintendo World Championship NES edition, currently sitting at a 73 Metacritic on 46 reviews. This is from Nintendo Life. It's a downgrade in many ways to NES Remix, and there's not as much variety or effort put into the challenges, nor any graphical tweaks to speak of this time around. And before we go, Ubisoft released a 10-minute deep dive for the upcoming Star Wars Outlaws. Link below if you want to check it out. Sony's summer sale has started. This graphic on PlayStation's official site says it ends July 31st, but the article says it ends August 14th. Xbox is also holding a summer sale, so check both of those out for some deals. Links down below. And if you're a PS4 or PS5 owner, you may be eligible for 3 months of Apple TV Plus. You have until September 22nd to redeem it, and it's available for new and qualified returning subscribers. I'll put a link down below, and a quick shout out to Amazon's Fallout TV show, which was nominated for 17 Emmys. That's it for today. Like it if you liked it, subscribe if you loved it, and check out the Camp Koji podcast every Monday. Peace.